It's very frightening how close these folks got to actually implementing this terror plot. Tell us the story and what these 3 high school classmates were planning.
Sure. So the trial opened yesterday, and basically what's happened is these 3 guys back in 2008 had decided, they made a pact that they're going to go to Pakistan, train with al-Qaeda, and fight against American forces there. But what happened was they ultimately decided to come back to the United States, and the 3 of them over since 2008 until 2009, about a year, planned, they each had a role. One of them would go out and sort of, look at sites that could be potential places of attack, and of course this is all according to prosecutors. Another person was in charge of getting explosives material and learning how to make a bomb. And the really interesting and incredibly scary thing about this particular situation is that, unlike hundreds of other prosecutions that that have come since September 11th, this one was what prosecutors call operational. They were really close to actually committing an act before they were caught.
So how did we catch up with them?
Well, one of the people in the plot, his last name is Zazi, and he may testify as early as today. He's actually pleaded guilty to terrorism charges. He somehow got onto the radar of investigators. Now, of course, we know a lot, but also there's a wealth of information we don't know, right? A lot of these documents are sealed, but somehow he got onto the radar of prosecutors and investigators specifically, and they started they put him under surveillance, and they started following him and sort of seeing what he was doing, and it became clear that they were getting really close, so they decided to act. The investigators decided to act. Somehow he got into their radar. He was actually in New York, with materials to make explosives and bombs.
And they were targeting the subway, is that correct?
Yeah, I think at the beginning, according to, again, to the prosecutors, there were discussions about different sites in New York. Times Square was one that came up, Penn Station, the New York Stock Exchange. But apparently, according to testimony yesterday, which is really interesting, is that they couldn't make a bomb, allegedly a bomb big enough to attack one of those sites. They decided to go with a car bomb near the subway. So basically, they got wind that he was doing something. He got wind that the investigators were looking at him and following him. So he basically was in New York, and then he went to Colorado, and that's where he was arrested.